Hello, welcome. I hope you all are doing well and being safe out there. Today we are going to be talking about my 30th midlife crisis this year. Basically, I'm going through it with my art right now. But before we get into that, there are going to be random pieces that I've made throughout the week or 2 weeks. I don't know how long this video is going to take. So that's going to be in the background. You could draw along with me, or you could just listen while you work on something or do some chores. But I did want to do a quick little update. We finally closed on the house. Thank God. It took fucking 4 months just to do so, but we are finally done with that process. Now we are just going to do some little renovations throughout the house. Also, my work schedule has changed. I don't know if I said this previously, but every other weekend I had off, and then I also had every other Wednesday off, but they changed it up, so now I'm off every Wednesday and every Saturday. So hopefully it'll stay consistent. I could finally get back into a routine and then also start recording. So with all that being said, everything going on, I feel like my brain is being split in different directions for multiple tasks that I need to do. Anyway, let's get into it. So I started to hate my art, kind of. Not really, but I started to get really burnt out from digital. I was constantly consuming art from social media, low-key starting to have like a little bit of jealousy and envy. I started to have like a negative mindset and wondering why I wasn't where other artists are right now. And a part of me wanted to delete social media apps and just go off grid till next year. It's hard because I want to create a career online and be my own boss, but I know going off grid would only set me back further. I started to kind of lose sight of my main goal, which is to become a concept artist. Also going back and forth on whether I want to be an independent artist that sells stuff online or actually work in an industry. I feel like I'm having like an identity crisis or something. I've been going on and off studying fundamentals when I have a chance to, watching so many different YouTube videos and tutorials, but I constantly find myself spending more time looking up and reading stuff than actually applying what I learned to my work and actually practicing. But when I do put stuff into practice, I've been getting frustrated at why my work doesn't look how I envisioned it. So I honestly haven't drawn anything digital in a while, maybe like a month or so. So I had to really take a step back, take a break, reevaluate what exactly I was doing here. I actually haven't been doing digital art for that long. I started back in like 2014, 2015, I think, but I do at least have to give myself some credit because I have definitely come a long way from my first digital piece to my most recent piece. But I was thinking, how was I able to at least draw decently? It's only because I practiced many years traditionally. So last month I have been pretty consistent with sketching traditionally, almost daily. I started going in on pen sketching in my sketchbook, and I also bought a smaller pocket sketchbook to take with me anywhere. It has definitely helped me find joy in art again, because not only is it just creating itself, but also just creating and not posting every single thing that I draw. I would post some pages on my story here and there, but it's very freeing not being so worried about how my sketches look or if the spread of the page looked pretty. Social media definitely has its pros and a whole lot of cons. The fact that it makes you feel like you have to post everything that you do and also make a bunch of short form content and know exactly how to market yourself is crazy. It really doesn't care about artists at all, and it also feels like the art community is so congested too. It kind of makes you feel like, what even is the point trying to post and be online? That started getting to me also. I also have been changing up art channels I watch. I feel like I've been seeing the same 5 to 6 artists, and they all have similar styles that make me feel like I have to start doing the cuter, simpler styles because that gets more views and engagement. That was also the case when I went to anime conventions. It's all fan art, and I wonder if I have to get into that fan art bubble just to get noticed. No shade to any artists that do that. It's just sometimes it brings some other artists down or feel like they have to stick to a certain niche just to stay relevant. It's frustrating, but I also know that doing whatever it is I want to do or experiment with makes me happy. I still haven't found the one thing that I absolutely love yet, but We need to normalize not having a specific style, or just experimenting with different mediums is okay. I've been in search of more traditional artists, and it's crazy how many more artists are out there when you start to explore, even people that have been in the art industry for years. With all that being said, I have went back to learning and improving traditionally. I feel like it might help me better understand things. If you feel like you are a bit lost in your work, just try a different medium and stick with it for a while. Look for an artist that is outside of the style of art you normally do. They might have a different perspective on something that you haven't thought about. Or if you really need to, just don't draw anything at all. Learn something more physical, like sewing, crochet, or sculpting. If you are having an art crisis like me, you aren't alone. I'm pretty sure many of us are going through it right now, or have been through it, or are still going through it. Just hang in there, be positive, keep pushing. We'll get through this. I actually have been planning on making a video about like really analyzing my artwork. If you are interested in something like that, just let me know down below and I will definitely work on it. Anyway, thanks for listening to my rant. I hope it makes sense. Until next time, just create something. Bye.